If you've ever been somewhere truly dark, I mean way out, far from any city lights, you've seen it. That faint, hazy band of light stretching across the entire night sky. The ancient Greeks called it the Milky Circle, which is where we get the name we use today, the Milky Way. But what you're actually looking at is our own home galaxy, the combined light of billions of stars, all seen from our tiny little vantage point, deep inside of it. Trying to figure out the true shape and scale of our galaxy from where we are is an absolutely incredible challenge. It's kind of like this quote says, it's like trying to draw a detailed blueprint of a massive city, but you're stuck standing in one single foggy alleyway. We can't just, step outside and take a picture. We are literally inside the very thing we're trying to map. So that's the big question, right? How in the world have astronomers, through just painstaking observation and some really clever thinking, managed to piece together the architecture and the entire life story of our galactic home? Okay, first things first. To understand our home, we need a blueprint. So let's break down the main components of our galaxy, starting with the neighborhood we know best. This is where we live, the galactic disk. It's this huge, flat, rotating structure where you find most of the young stars, the gas, and the dust. And those beautiful spiral arms you always see in pictures? Well, they aren't solid things. Think of them more like cosmic traffic jams. These massive density waves that sweep through the disk, compressing gas and dust and triggering these furious bursts of new star formation. So if the disk is kind of like the suburbs, then this right here, this is downtown. Right at the heart of the galaxy, you have the galactic bulge. It's this tightly packed hub of much older, redder stars. And get this, it's not a perfect sphere. It actually has this weird, kind of boxy, peanut-like shape. And the reason for that? It's a massive, elongated bar of stars that runs right through the middle, which is why we officially classify the Milky Way as a barred spiral galaxy. And where are we in all this? Well, here's our specific address. We're not actually in one of those major spiral arms. We're in a smaller, sort of side road arm called the Orion Spur. We're just kind of cruising along about 27,000 light years away from that chaotic downtown center. Now, at the very, very heart of that center, at the absolute core of our galaxy, sits an object with a mass of, get this, 4.3 million of our suns. All of that incredible mass belongs to Sagittarius A star, the supermassive black hole that acts as the galaxy's ultimate gravitational anchor. Every single star in the Milky Way, our own sun included, is ultimately orbiting this invisible behemoth. So we've got the basic structure down, but how did it get this way? I mean, the galaxy wasn't just born looking like this. It was built, it was assembled. And its history? Well, it's a story written in stars and cosmic collisions. The key evidence, the smoking gun for this violent past, comes from things like this: stellar streams. These are basically the ghostly trails of stars left behind when smaller galaxies get a little too close to the Milky Way and are just shredded and torn apart by its immense gravity. By mapping these streams, astronomers are basically performing galactic archaeology. This timeline really lays out the galaxy's wild ride. It all kicked off about 13.6 billion years ago, with the very first fragments of galaxies starting to merge. Then, about 10 billion years ago, there was this massive collision with a galaxy we call Gaia and Enceladus, which helped build a big part of our galaxy's halo. And this process of galactic cannibalism, it isn't over, not by a long shot. Right now, we're in the middle of swallowing the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy. And looking ahead, in about 4.5 billion years, we're on a collision course with our biggest neighbor, the Andromeda galaxy. All right, now for what is maybe the biggest mystery of them all. We've talked about the stars, the gas, the dust, the giant black hole, but there's a huge, absolutely massive component of our galaxy that we can't see at all. Okay, so here's the problem. When astronomers measure the speed of stars way out on the edges of the disk, they find they're moving way, way too fast. Based on all the gravity from the visible stuff we can see, all of the stars and gas, those outer stars should just fly off into deep space. So what's holding them in? What's keeping the whole thing together? Well, the answer is just mind-boggling. It turns out that everything we can see, every single star, planet, nebula, and speck of dust makes up only about 10% of our galaxy's total mass. The other 90%? It's some invisible, mysterious substance we call dark matter. It's the unseen scaffolding, the gravitational glue that holds our entire cosmic city together. Without it, the Milky Way would have flown apart billions of years ago. Just like we can figure out dark matter exists by watching stars, we can also read the galaxy's history by looking at the stars themselves. You see, astronomers group them into two main populations. Population 2 stars are the ancient ones, the galaxy's firstborn. They're metal poor and hang out in the halo and the bulge. Then there's population 1 stars, like our sun. We're the younger generation, much richer in heavy elements, or metals, because we're made from the recycled material of all the stars that came before us. So, after this whole cosmic journey from black holes to dark matter to galactic collisions, let's bring it all back home. Let's summarize our actual place in this grand, incredible structure. So here it is, our cosmic address. We are one star out of up to 400 billion living in this one galaxy out of hundreds of billions. And our whole solar system is orbiting the galactic center once every 225 to 250 million years. That journey is called one galactic year. And just to put that into perspective, the last time Earth was in this exact spot in its orbit around the galaxy, dinosaurs were just beginning to appear. It really frames our existence on a truly epic scale, doesn't it? So, we've gone from seeing a faint smudge in the night sky to understanding a complex, dynamic, and largely invisible home that we've mapped without ever leaving. We are constantly adding new details to this cosmic blueprint, which leaves us with a final and pretty exciting question. As our tools get sharper and our understanding grows, what unimagined features will we add to it next?